Hello, Mr.
Hello.
Yes, yes. How's things?
It's going fast today.
Yeah?
I'm just glad the sun is out though. Yes, it's on my side today.
That's good. As long as it stays dark, you're happy.
Well, we're playing in a tent tonight, so we have a dark stage. It stays dark out here. I'm happy 13.
So, speaking of happy 13,
yes.
Condolences, it's just come out.
Yes.
So, what made you kind of want to go for a bit more of a kind of experiment?
I think we've been kind of experimenting for the last 3 albums. With the Dixie Dad record, it started to shift into more of a more metal riffs, and then the Monster of the Universe, the last record we did, was really metal. And but this one, I knew it was going to be metal. I didn't know. I mean, again, we didn't go in going, let's write the heaviest record, let's do this. We just went in and went, let's write songs. And those are the riffs that came out, and it just happened to be heavy. And but we knew there were still good songs. I would never do anything that's so far out of the plank of Wednesday 13. I think no matter what, the music's heavy. My voice, the lyrics, it still pulls it back. It never can steer away from being Wednesday 13. So, but I do know it's a bigger sound. It's a different sound, and I'm happy. It's like the next level. It's what I wanted to achieve with the sound. It's what I wanted to achieve with our show as well.
Okay. I find it fascinating that you got these like really horrible lyrics.
Oh, I know.
With like
story of my life.
Kind of like, you know what I mean?
That's kind of how I always. I mean, when I first started writing music, when I started doing my band Frankenstein Drag Queens back in the mid-90s, my whole goal was to write catchy songs. But then when you hear the lyrics, you'd be like, "Did you just say that? You just say STDs don't bother me? What?" You know. So it's just like that's always been my thing: is to write something super catchy and then go, "What the hell did you just say?" Cruel to you, exactly. It's like, man, this is a catchy song. Like, what? that's the punchline. So that's always been my thing, and probably why I've never had a hit song on the radio. Because they all sound like hits until you hear the lyrics.
You also worked with Travis Smith.
Yes.
On the artwork. So how did you kind of come up with the idea for this? It's quite a simple cover.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to do something different. My album covers over the years have been, I call my Scooby-Doo covers. They're just these big, kind of colorful things. Is what I liked. But this one, I always thought these album covers kind of gave it away what it was. So like Calling All Corpses, you knew what it was going to be. But this one, I didn't want to give it away too quick. So I went to Travis Smith. I saw all this artwork. There's so many album credits under him, and I was like, I want something that looks more like a painting, something that's just different. And I sent him the song Condolences, and I was like, come up with something. And that was the first thing he sent back, was this hand holding a flout, a skeleton hand, and we started working on it. And just spent a few weeks working on it, and it turned out great. It's one of my favorite album things I've ever done. It's so cool. It looks like a painting when you look at it. It's the vinyl. The vinyl version is huge. It's great.
Especially with the splatter as well.
Yeah, and that's something people don't do anymore. Like, people download shit all the time, and they don't want to see the album art. Like, we put so much work into these album covers. Like, you want to open it up and read the whole thing. At least that's how I am. That's how I grew up. So that's why we make our artwork and everything for those fans that still care about it. That still exists, you know.
Just a
yeah.
But were you kind of like a fan of the Iron Maiden album covers, where you try and find like all the little
everything, man? My brother had all those albums when I was a kid, and I didn't even listen to them. I would just wait till he would go to work, and I would get out and look at his stuff, and like, what am I looking at? What is Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner? What is this? You know, and just like so I discovered albums before I even listened to music, and my brother would play it. My mom was so against rock and roll music because it was during the backwards masking days of the 80s and stuff. So like vinyl to me back in the day was just like, when you put it on, it was like such witchcraft kind of thing. And then so I think that's what turned me on to rock and roll. I was like, my parents hate it, so let's do it.
Okay. You're well known.
Yes.
If you were to have your own horror movie, what kind of genre?
Oh, this is my horror movie. You want to hear it? I'm going to give you the exclusive.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I would like to get Trauma Films, Toxic Avenger. Lloyd Kaufman, he's the master of all the horrible films. I grew up watching all those things. So I have this movie. It'll be a short film. It's called Soft Spot. It's about this guy who's obsessed with babies and their soft spots on their skulls. So he crawls through windows and he just rocks them. He just goes, crush it. Soft Spot. I got the script. Hit me up. What do you think?
I think it could work.
It's awful. It's
horrendous.
Just this freak with like a zipper mask on, rocking this baby, and just that's my baby sound, by the way.
So what if you were kind of on the other foot? If you were in a horror movie, yes, and you were going to die, how would you like to go?
Power tools.
Power tools?
Drills.
Really?
Drills to the brain. Something just smashing toes. Just torture. Just make it, make it worthwhile. Don't make it easy. Just make it last.
I can see how this kind of like uses into your music.
It is. Weirdo.
Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw, all that sort of stuff.
Man, my favorite movie of all time.
Is it?
Yeah, I just got a message from Chop Top and Caroline from Chainsaw 2 to come to my show in LA next week. I'm like,
no way.
Yes. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm the biggest fan of that movie, and now I've met most of the actors and fans of the band. So it's really cool for me. Now I've met all my rock stars. Now I'm meeting all my horror movie characters. And it's amazing. So, yeah.
Is there anyone you've still yet to meet?
Not met Robert Englund yet.
Okay. He's a big one.
Yeah. I met Doug Bradley, Pinhead. I've met all the Leatherfaces. I've met. There's so many Leatherfaces. Yeah. There's so many Leatherfaces. But yeah. But Kruger's on my list. He's definitely on my list.
What was it like writing the album?
It was totally different than anything I've ever done before. Over the years, I've always did demos, and I would send my ideas to my guitarist, and he would work on ideas. And once we get to the studio, he just kind of added what I'd already kind of done. It wasn't really like a process of us working out. I mean, we worked the songs out, but it wasn't like what we did for this record. This time, I went, look, I want to take 3 months off. We took an entire month, full band. And we woke up every day, ate our breakfast, and said, all right, next 10 hours, we're writing a song. We spent every day working on a song. Some days we didn't get one done because it sucked, but that whole month we wrote those 11 tracks for the record. That's never done that in my life. So to spend 3 months just working on music like that and recording it was, that's the longest process we've done. And our guitarist, when he left the studio, he hadn't seen the sun in like 3 weeks. He was like weird. I had to help him up get in the car. But we worked really hard on it, and that's why I think this record is so special to me, because I know all the hard work we put into it. Because we didn't have the deal. It wasn't like Nuclear Blast said, hey, here's this. I put it out of my pocket, paid for Zeus, paid for the whole thing, and hoped to get this deal. So I was fingers crossed for this album. So it was like we put every fucking thing we had into it in hopes to get the deal with Nuclear Blast, and luckily it worked out.
Is it kind of the most collaborative record?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is my band is on this album, and you can hear it. I'm doing my thing now. I write a lot of the music, but I let them handle playing it, and I just concentrate on my thing, and we're a better band for that now. Because when I was doing the music and the vocals, I was 50-50 on it. Now I'm 100% on what I'm doing, and they're 100% on that, and it's a unit.
You kind of pay attention to dynamics specifically. Like I know my favorite personal track is Lonesome Road to Hell.
Yeah,
it's wicked.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. No, we just again, when we did the record, I think we had the bulk of the songs. Lonesome Road to Hell and Cruel to You were the last 2 songs we wrote.
Oh, really?
We basically had all this heavy record, and I went, it's missing something. We got to put some of the old spin on it.
Okay.
And Cruel to You was the last one we came out of the blue, and I was like, cool, this is kind of old school. I'll do some old school lyrics for it. That way, I feel like the record has everything for every fan that's listened to me over the years. It's got a little bit of Murder Dolls in there. It's got the old Wednesdays. It's got the punk in there. It's got the new what we are. So I think it's the ultimate record. If you're going to start with a record for us, start with this one.
The download. What are your plans?
Oh man, it's non-stop touring. No, it's just a busy schedule. We basically we go we play today. We fly home on Monday. Our tour starts in the States on Thursday. It's a 5-week tour in the States, and then we have 4 weeks off, and then we do the West Coast side of the States for another 5 weeks. We're back over here October 26th, 27th, and 28th, Manchester, London, and Glasgow, and then our European tour starts Halloween night in Paris. So I'm home August and September, August and December this year, and a little bit of July, maybe a couple of days.
Finally, what would be your favorite horror movie weapon?
I like Chainsaw Master. Chainsaws are just typically, I don't know.
A power tool.
Yeah, a power tool, a pitchfork, a broken bottle, Something that's jagged, something good like that. And no typical stuff. Be original. I always thought it'd be great to murder someone. Don't quote me on this. Or maybe do. The ice pick. Actually get a real icicle.
Right.
Murder someone. It melts. Evidence gone.
Great. Yes. Thank you very much. We'll be having a chat.